Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Oilers taking on the New Orleans Saints.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round. Standing 6'5", it's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Dorsett. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Dorsett. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And they hand it off to Dorsett. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Brown. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. On first down, it's Brown. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now they'll throw with Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Allen. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Gabriel Davis there to make the grab. And the Oilers are on the board here first in the season opener. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result, a Houston touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what did the offensive coordinator say right off the top?
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Second down at 4. Now it's Dorsett. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll run. It's Dorsett. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They give it to Brown, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dawson Knox there to make the grab. And the Oilers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw here. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Saints. From 19 yards away. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll try the left side with Dorsett. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They run the counter. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Here's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Brown. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Oilers add 6 to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Bass on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throw left side complete to Troutman. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And they'll give Miller another crack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Allen. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A final shot before break. Allen uncorks one for Davis. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. The Eagles still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they have the lead over the visiting Steelers as that game has gone to halftime. Kyler Murray, a touchdown pass in that first half. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Ronald Jones, a touchdown run in the victory. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Allen now on 1st down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run on 1st down. Brown. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On play action, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. We'll check on his status when we get back. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Brown. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Oilers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On second down, here's Miller.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Back to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
And I believe that that gain on third and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And as a result, possession switches hands. Houston set to take over. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Again, it'll be Dorsett. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was...
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Turner. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Not much there, only a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. On 2nd down, it's Miller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Right back to Brown. And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the home team here, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.